do values in general, what role do they play in, is that something that you actively think about, reflect on, similar to the story you just shared, where there's a matrix that's followed? Or is this something that just naturally shows up? And how does this sort of influence, your relationships with colleagues and opponents alike when you live these values of humility and service?
But the values come from many varied sources. They come, and I've outlined some before, from your family, from your faith, from your culture, from society, from your peers. And what worries me, and I sound like an old man now because I am an old man, but the things that stabilized me, or the positives that I would outline about my family, about my ancestors, my sense of place, my religion, those that were good things for me in the main. But when I think of today's world with social media, with advertising, and not just general advertising, but specific advertising, what you click is what you'll be advertised 5 minutes later. So there are all of these pressures: go this way, go that way. The rise of pornography on social media, and distractions. You are what you own. I think it's very difficult for children and young people today, and all the more reason. This is one of the things I've campaigned on in Parliament and outside of Parliament. But mindfulness is not just important for leaders who hope to make it to the top or who are at the top, but to teach mindfulness in schools from the age of 300s. I've even attended a lesson in Bangor University for mindfulness and pregnant mothers. And even the biggest cause of a low birth weight baby below 5 pounds is maternal stress. And whether that be the stress itself on the baby, or the mother taking relief from that stress through alcohol, tobacco, drugs, or whatever. If we can help the mother remain stable, balanced, if we can help the baby stay stable and balanced through being in a loving relationship, and when they get to school, and when they finish in university, and when they go into those leadership roles, for me, and all the more reason now that certainly in many countries that organized religion is going down, they need something to help them get on that path and not be distracted by social media or advertising. And all of that is going to be put on steroids with the advent of artificial intelligence. So that ability to gain that equanimity, that balance, that perspective is even more necessary today than it was in the past, I think, because of these distractors.